Hey, check it out everybody, it's Patrick Allen from Stop Doing Nothing. Today looks like we're almost done with the 7th month of the year, Monday, July 29th. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about money and your beliefs on money, my beliefs on money, society's beliefs on money, and how those beliefs on money have really screwed us up. Now let's kind of revisit a little bit how we were raised, or how most people were raised. I don't know how you were raised, but I'm going to assume, because after conversation with most people, ends up how it's going. And by the way, if you know someone who needs to hear about this, please tag them, like them, share this, drop some comments below. But the typical belief about money is just how evil that shit is. And for those of you who have had the awakening, bless you. But for those of you who are still stuck in a little bit of a stigma about money, I want to talk to you for a little bit. And by the stigma of money, I mean that your parents raised you, giving you examples of just how evil money was. And there are plenty of good examples and plenty of good reasons for this stigma. We have the Iron Barons of the years. We've had people in the past who have, even to this day, just really abused the power that comes with money. And that's usually where money gets a really bad stigma. It's not the money, it's the power and the abuses of money. Little green dollar bills with 20s, 50s, or 100s of them does not inherently make us bad. It does not inherently make you bad. What happens is we start acquiring money, and that money gives us some choices, and that money gives us some power. And then, what happens as a result is we get a little bit power hungry, and with that power we have the ability to make more money, and then we get this vicious cycle of being money hungry. And that's something that really does kill a lot of people. Physically it kills them, emotionally it kills them, psychologically, mentally. These are things that can really kill you. Now, if you've watched any of my past videos, and please tell me you have, one of the things I've constantly preached is, and by the way, if you leave in comments below, I apologize if you're on the live stream, I just cannot see them right now. One of the things I've been preaching in the past is actually how great I think money is, and how important I think money is, and how I think it is important for you and I to acquire as much money and wealth as possible. I don't live an extraordinarily amazing lifestyle. I've got, shoes on I've had for years. I've got socks on I've had for years. Just about every single day you'll see I'm wearing my videos, I'm wearing a Stop Doing Nothing shirt because it's what's comfortable to me. I don't have to wear a $70 or a $90 or $100 t-shirt. I wear the shirts that are comfortable for me. I wear the clothes that are comfortable for me. I use the computer, I use the assets around me that are comfortable for me. However, I don't ever envy, and I'm not ever jealous of someone who does want the finer things in life as a result of their money. And I think this comes from the money mindset. And so that's what I want to talk to you today about, is a few things when it comes to the money mindset, if you will, that I want you to start resetting. First of all, I'm not just going to preach money is not bad, money is not bad, money is not bad. That's obviously the overall arching theme of today. What I am going to preach to you is, again, the change in mindset and money, and what money gives you. And so this is going to go contrary to what your parents raised you on, and so I just want you to think about this for a little bit before you completely oppose it and you completely say it's bullshit. Just kind of step back and take a deep breath and think about what I'm talking about. Okay, the reason I like wealth and the reason I like money, I think number one is because it gives me choices. As much as people say, I'd love to live out of a backpack, and by the way, I would sometimes. As much as I don't need the most expensive things, I would love to live out of a backpack and travel the world. The reality is that if you live in the United States and most domesticated and most first world countries, the things we get happen by money. And money gives us choices. Money gets us to our destination faster. If we're someone who wants to travel the world, then money gets us there faster. If we're someone who wants to help a school or clothe somebody or help the homeless, money helps us get there faster. And what that means to me is money gives us choices. I always have choices, whether I'm broke ass and homeless or whether I'm living in a house that has a $6,000 a month mortgage. I have choices. However, money gives me more choices. And that's what I want in life, is I want more choices. I want on any given day to be able to walk out of my front door and put clothes on someone's back. or I want on any given day to be able to be more flexible with my time and maybe possibly buy time and use my crucial, my high value time other places. Money gives me those choices. In life, we've got a finite amount of time on this earth, we've got a finite amount of time in each day, and we've got a finite amount of money in our bank account. Well, when you have more money in your bank account, you can actually buy more time in your day. And for entrepreneurs who have hired assistants, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're an entrepreneur, for example, you have an 8-hour day. You sit at your desk at 8 o'clock, you work until 5 o'clock, you take that 1 hour break. What's that? 8 to 4. Yeah, that's 9 hours in there. If you're that kind of person in there, you have a finite amount of time. You have 8 hours times 60, 480 minutes. However, if you are someone who has a little bit of a surplus of money, you know you can buy assistants and you can buy people to help you do things. So you could actually have more productive time in a day. You don't just get 8 hours. If you have an assistant that's working 2 hours a day, you have 10 hours of time. And that's one of the things I want you to realize as someone who, if you're always concerned about should I do this myself or should I buy time to do it, I'm always thinking if you have the money to buy the time to do it. Sorry, my nose is itchy this morning. And this goes true for other things around the house. I could sit there and repair the plumbing in my house or repair the electrical or work on the carburetor in my car if we even have carburetors anymore. But I get more value of my time whenever possible by paying somebody else to do that. Number one, I don't get frustrated and start beating on the hood of my car. Number two, I've got someone who does it every single day and who can get it done faster than me. Is it going to be more expensive than my time? Yes, it is. But if I plan it right, then the person who's working on my carburetor for 4 hours, I can be making money to pay for that carburetor repair, or making double or triple the money it takes me to make that carburetor repair. Also, you know what? Let's just plain admit it. Most of us suck at most things. 80%, I look at the world from the Richard Koch point of view, is that everything is 80-20, 80-20, 80-20. I suck at 80% of the things in the world, but 20% of the things are the things I should be spending my time on. You know what? One of those is not car repair. I can do the minor car repairs, but I should be spending my money on that 20% of things I'm really good at, and then farming that 80% out to someone who's really good at those things also. So 80-20 in all things in life. So again, money buys me more time. Money buys me choices. And you know what? That's actually the overall theme of this video, no matter which path I go down, is that money buys you choices. So if you're the kind of person who was raised with that mindset, that mindset that money is just the root of all evil, and that money is a bad thing, money corrupts, money gives you power and power corrupts, or absolute power, what is it, like money corrupts or absolute power corrupts or something like that, whatever it is. If you're that kind of person that was raised with that mindset, I want you to take some time today and either watch this video again, ask me some private questions via PM or via Messenger, or watch, go get some other education on money. So, my overall theme, and the thing you're going to see in future videos, the ones that are money themed, is that I am so much for getting as disgustingly filthy, rich, and wealthy as possible. Not because I want to keep the money in the bank, because I plan on spending all my money. My goal is to, what do they say, the goal with money is to have the last check you write bounce, right before you die. And that really is my goal. I have no problem making money, and I have no problem spending money, especially when the money is not on me. I don't care if you dropped $50,000 in my bank account today and every single day for the next 30 days. I probably would not, let's keep this unqualified, I doubt I would change any of my living habits. What I would do is I would find some ways to use that money to either expand my business to help other people, or just straight up take that shit out of the bank and give it to other people so they have better lives and they have better choices in the future. Because one of the really cool things I like doing with money is taking money, giving it to somebody else, and then teaching them a way to use that money to expand their options, and so they can basically lift somebody else up on their shoulders and do the exact same thing. They can, I can get $50,000, let's say, for example, in the bank. I can divide that up among 10 people, give each of them, 5 people, give give each of them $10,000, and then they can use that $10,000 to figure out how to make $50,000 people, and then trickle that down the chain when it comes to employees, when it comes to value in this world. So don't ever be ashamed of the money you have. Don't ever be ashamed of spending money. Don't ever be ashamed of wanting to make more money. And this goes for those of you that are in regular 9-to-5 jobs, that you want to climb up and you want to make more money. Don't ever let anybody, your spouse, your significant other, your friend, your boyfriend, co-workers, your boss, don't ever let anybody tell you that wanting to make more money is a bad thing, because that is just such straight up bullshit. And you should kick them in the nads if they ever tell you that. One last thing here real quick before we sign off is that I did have a private message the other day of somebody who wanted one of these Stop Doing Nothing t-shirts. So whether you're listening via the podcast or via YouTube or you're watching live here, if you want one of these, message me and I'll show you how to get one. I don't keep them in stock here, but I can get one printed and mail out to you if that's something you would really like. And as always, I appreciate your help. Thank you for watching. Share on Facebook. Like and rate us on YouTube, like and rate us on iTunes, and leave me your comments below on your thoughts on money, and maybe even a resource for other people so they could read or watch something that helps them change their attitude on money. One of the big things for me, by the way, was one from a friend of mine named Meredith Oliver, a book that I'm an audio book, which was actually a physical book called The Soul of Money. And if I remember, I'll link in the comments below. But The Soul of Money is something I've gone through a couple times. It really also helped change my perspective on money. It really covers a lot of things that I like there. So this has been useful for you. Comment below, just like, share, let me know that you're watching. And possibly, even if you're not watching in the U.S., or if you are, where you are watching from, because I love hearing about people all around the world. For those of you that are watching this live, please make sure you go over and listen on iTunes later if you missed part of it. And for those of you who are listening to the iTunes podcast on iTunes or Spotify or iHeartRadio, one of the many other platforms, do me a favor, and you can, if you want to watch this live video, you can go over and watch that on the Facebook Stop Doing Nothing page, or over on YouTube, or from the actual main blog at stopdoingnothing.com. I appreciate the time for every single one of you. Now I'm going to download this, edit it, and get it up for you so you can somewhat change your attitude about money. Everyone have a great Monday. We're heading into August. Let's have a great month there too, and do something amazing and make some more money. Thanks for watching.